Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Arthur Ardolino, former educator and co-founder of NewWay Technologies. With public schools closed because of the coronavirus, we can help parents at home to help children learn the skills that were not completely mastered before, so that when schools reopen, they'll be able to learn at a much faster pace, making up for lost time and increasing the likelihood of their success. Despite millions of dollars spent on state assessments, the reports previously sent home by districts to parents are inadequate. Overall scale scores and performance levels are useless, and subject area categories do not help much either. The problem is that parents don't know the specific skills that their child mastered or not in the previous school year. In this difficult time, NewWay is with parents across this great country. For more than 30 years, we've developed technology to help school leaders rethink the school day. Now, while schools are closed and later when schools reopen, NewWay is here to help with the WISE platform that gives parents the skill level of information that they need to help their child succeed. The WISE platform is free for parents to use, but first they must register. Second, their parental information must be verified, and only then third will they be given access to a secured child's record. For this video, we're going to log in and access David's record. And David is a real student, but his name was changed. We're going to look at the 2018-19 school year ending in June, and the assessment that was given, state assessment, in the spring of 2019. And let's begin by looking at grade level math. The parent screen is divided into a number of interactive panels. Over on the left are the overall scale score and performance level in math and ELA, and the domains that were assessed in math. In the center are the clusters of standards, and over to the extreme right are the skills that were assessed, the standards. One can easily see that not all the standards or skills were mastered. If it's completely blue, David answered 100% of the questions correct. If it's completely black, he didn't answer any of the questions correct. And if it's partially blue or black, he answered 1% of the questions correct. When a parent clicks on a particular standard, the center screen is populated, where they can be taken to a link to the curriculum that's being used by the district. And very importantly, they can be taken to a lesson. The descriptions provided for the standards can be very confusing for parents and even for teachers. But when a parent clicks on a lesson, they can actually see what's being taught, and they can view that lesson with their son or daughter. And Khan Academy here has multiple videos that can be viewed together. I believe once the parent sees the lesson being taught, they'll remember when they were back in school the particular subject. Once again, if we looked at GA2, the description is very complicated, but if we went to the lesson, we can see it's a lesson on the volume with fractions and determining the volume. And in this particular case, we can view there's one lesson available on Khan Academy. And let's look at one more standard that was not mastered. In numbering systems, he only got 50% of the questions correct. And if we click on a lesson for that standard, it would determine the least common multiple. And here there are actually 3 different videos on Khan Academy that the parent can view with his or her son or daughter. The same can be done for ELA. We can see that David was at a scale level of 738 in math and a performance level of 3, but in ELA he was at 722 with a level of 2. Also, this district used a STAR assessment to assess students in the fall when school opened, and then again in the spring. According to the Renaissance Learning Star Assessment, the projected grade level in ELA was 8.8, and in the spring he declined to a grade level of 6.5. Just like scale scores and performance levels, grade level predictions are not very helpful. He answered 100% of the questions correct for language standards, 68% questions correct for informational text, but only 17% for reading standards for literature. If we click on a particular skill that was not mastered, once again we can be taken to a lesson. In this case here, the lesson being provided is on Learnzillion. And once again, the parent can view that lesson together with his or her son or daughter. If a parent had a Google for a lesson, they would get millions of responses and would get very frustrated. The advantage of this approach is to take them to a lesson that's been approved by the district for this students to use. So while schools are closed this summer, the parents can be working with their son or daughter to make up for lost time, and even when schools return and come back in September, they'll be able to use the NewWay platform as well. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you're interested in finding out more, please contact me. NewWay is committed to helping parents through this difficult time.